too, which is just a depth defenseman, right? But
I think if I'm the Flyers, I think I start Elliott.
I think that's what they're going to go with because he just come back from injury.
Yeah.
Which in my mind, you got Elliott, you got Mrazek, and
Neuwirth.
Yeah. So I mean, you got those three.
Elliott.
In my mind, Elliott's the most proven out of the three of them.
He made a good run with the Blues a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's the most proven, right?
But I mean, not comparing NHL to international, but Peter Mrazek as an 18-year-old kid did really good for Russia under pressure. I mean, that's not really relatable. That's apples and oranges, but he's shown that on a big stage he can not crumble under pressure.
And he has potential, but I mean, I don't know. For going game changer or game breaker or whatever for Pittsburgh, I think for me it's got to be Crosby. Once again, I mean it's.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say Phil Kessel.
You think he's gonna be the guy that lights?
Because
there's always a player that carries the series.
Right? Crosby's gonna show up and Crosby's gonna do what Crosby does. I think a guy like Kessel's going to be the one that pushes them to the next level.
I'll go with Malkin.
Oh.
Just because.
Just because you guys
took all the other two that I was going to say. So.
Yeah, like.
But flip it around. If Philadelphia was able to push Pittsburgh out, who would be their one guy that would make the big difference?
I think we can all agree on one guy.
The goaltending.
Giroux.
Oh, you said Giroux. Yeah. I was thinking Elliott or whoever's playing in net. They get good goaltending, they have a shot.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you get good goaltending. You get good goaltending, then Giroux and Simmons and Voracek and all those guys chip in.
I mean, kind of an off-topic question, but do you think when you have great goaltending, do you think it's a lot easier to be more offensive?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you don't have to worry if I take a risk, my goalie 9 times out of 10
should be able to bail you out. Yeah. Or if your goalie is very shaky, you play a little more like defensive minded. Like don't take many risks. So you almost let the other team come to you,
which is bad.
Because if it's a good team like Tampa, for example, or Nashville, or even Winnipeg that can hound you in.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want them to come to you. They'll sock you in.
Yeah.
Which is worse than taking the risk.
It's...
Playoffs are...
I mean, obviously, we've all can agree, like, goaltending is... Yeah. Well, especially in this playoffs, in my mind, is key.
Exactly.
I could almost pick who wins the series just by looking at their goaltenders.
Yeah.
Almost, right? Like...
Well, the goaltending...
Not every series, because both teams have really good goaltending.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But
before we take off here, bold prediction: who comes out of the West, who comes out of the East, and Conn Smythe's winner.
We're ready?
Yeah, and then I'll play it back after the Stanley Cup final is over.
I'll go first here, I guess. I think Nashville comes out of the West. I'm going to say Pittsburgh comes out of the East. I know that was last year's finals, but I can't
100% agree with you for sure. That was what I was going to say.
I don't know, like until Pittsburgh starts falling off, like Chicago did this past season, to me they're contenders. Or if they get beat out easily this first round, then they've fallen off a little bit, obviously.
Yeah, well,
but if they go deep again,
like it said, if they get beaten handily, that's what happened to Chicago last year.
Yeah, they got swept. Only scored 3 goals the whole series, I believe, or something.
Yeah.
Never heard the Chelsea Dagger or whatever song. So I mean, shut out both at home. That's crazy. It's not the Chicago team we know, but
they haven't been really growing talent like Pittsburgh though. Where did Gensel come from? Where did Ryan Russ come from?
Well, they got is it Daniel or Dylan? Dylan Sprong?
Yeah, they have Sprong.
Yeah.
And I mean, Chicago, Panarin was probably then they had to get rid of him.
Yeah, but they couldn't pay him.
I know, but how can Pittsburgh pay Malkin, Kessel, Crosby, Hornqvist?
Yeah, but I think they got those 4 guys, and Letang makes probably bigger money, and then everybody else makes low money. Oh, couldn't afford Nick Menino? Okay, whatever. We'll just get somebody at the deadline. Oh, Brassard, you want to come play? Oh, hey, Brassard.
Well, and that's why
They can do that. They can.
and that's the difference between Chicago and Pittsburgh.
That third line center for Pittsburgh, just revolving door. Like, okay, Brassard. If I could see Brassard being gone.
Yeah.
And then just, hey, okay, our goal is this season to get a third line center before the tour deadline's over.
Yeah.
Boom, they do it. Jim Rutherford's a good general manager.
Oh, very, yeah.
I mean, he's won 2 Stanley Cups back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And and let's be honest, he's kept the team together.
Which is
For the most part, but he still lost some players. He lost Hainsey,
but he was able to have pieces that slide in.
that could somewhat fill in, right?
In Chicago, they didn't have that ability.
Well, they haven't had the last few years, but when they were winning the Cups, they were just, Bickle gone, this guy comes in.
Bufflin gone, Sod,
Yeah, they lost guys, but
Sharp.
they were able to fill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think they should have.
Well, they got rid of Hartman now too. Another one of their.
Yeah, that was a brain scratcher.
Yeah,
that one kind of threw me off too.
but maybe they knew they weren't going to make the playoffs then. Maybe they're selling.
Maybe, well, you don't know, right? Maybe he didn't want to be there. Maybe they couldn't afford to sign him. But I don't know, because they got rid of. They should have tried hard to keep Panarin, I think.
He made lots of money.
He's over $6 million, but I mean, they should have tried to keep him.
Yeah.
Because then because they traded Sod to get, they traded.
Panarin for Sod. Correct?
Yeah, to get Sod back, they traded it.
That backfired.
Which I don't know, Sod's a good player. He's a good playoff player actually for them.
Mm-hmm.
They won the last time.
Yeah.
But I don't know, we're not general managers, and we just
Armchair.
There's gotta
We're
be-
playing armchair GM.
in my mind, there's got to be a way you keep Sod and Panarin. Dump Seabrook. Keep Keith. Keith's better than Seabrook in my mind.
He's getting older though. They're both slowing down.
Well, no, I think Keith's 32 and Seabrook's 35 or something.
Oh, okay.
34, something like that. But
They've had to dump all their defensemen. Hjalmarsson. I mean, going way back. Bobman.
And I understand, but I mean, Seabrook this year really struggled.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, I guess the trade he might have been still pretty good, but this past year,
Yeah.
he's really struggled this year. He even got healthy scratch for a few games, if I remember. So, but going back to what you said, we'll get off topic, I guess. But
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
before we go there, Mary Hossa was hurt too, or whatever. Correct.
he's probably done. But
Yeah. So that's a big ding too.
but that's also cap. That's like $8 million worth of cap, or 7, or whatever he makes. But I say Pittsburgh and Nashville. So,
I agree.
answering your question.
Yeah. I agree. Nashville and Pittsburgh.
Oh, Conn Smythe though.
Well, that's got
Okay,
to
go
go
ahead.
first.
I see Winnipeg coming out of the West.
Okay.
Okay.
And Tampa Bay East.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. How crazy would it be to have Winnipeg and Toronto?
Guaranteed Canadian team to win the cup finally.
That'd be...
Western Canada versus Eastern Canada? Wow.
Oh.
I mean, that'd be some pretty intense hockey.
I know when I'm taking my holidays. It'll be that 2-week stretch.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Conn Smythe winners. Who do you guys got?
well, we'll pick one for each team, just because
Sure.
if that team won, then usually that's how it works. Winning
Yeah.
team usually. If Nashville wins the cup, you got to give it to Pekka Rinne. Conn Smythe, he's probably good. Probably gonna stand in his head. Not that Nashville's crappy, but good chance he gets some shutouts along the way and steals some games too.
That's true.
And well, people are gonna probably get me pissed off for me saying this, but I kind of hope it's Sidney Crosby again. 3 in a row,
Imagine. Wow.
never been done before,
Nope.
and it would just, I don't know, just be kind of
People
As
were
a
upset
hockey-
last year that he got it.
I know.
I was upset.
know.
I was upset last year.
I was kind of happy, but but I like Crosby. Some people don't.
I mean, it wasn't the I hate or dislike or like or
But it
right,
did.
wrong or indifferent. Kessel had more points, and then,
Yeah,
but then he shouldn't. But you look at the 2 years prior, the first one they won out of these two. I don't think he should have won that one either,
What is that?
because if I believe right, Malkin had more points. So I don't know what they're.
Yeah, but they go by.
But the problem is they go by different things every time. So it's like they can twist it so that Crosby wins because of X, Y, Z, but then next year a different guy comes in, same almost exact mirror thing, and then we're going by this and this year. Like,
Because I know San Jose, like when Pittsburgh played San Jose, Logan Couture led the whole playoffs in points.
yeah,
But
it never go. It very rarely
yeah, but
doesn't
last year
go.
Crosby deserved to win it. Because Crosby in the finals when it mattered, Nashville was stealing the momentum away from them. Game 5, Crosby just took the whole team on his back, and he won Game 5 himself. Like,
Yeah, I know.
right? And they look at that like, hey, he actually led the team. Like, it wasn't for him, they never would have won the second cup, probably. Very good chance. Just because Nashville was coming on, and Pittsburgh kind of, or Crosby, as the captain should, took his team and said, let's go, guys. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying. He may not have been the top point guy, but he was only 1 or 2 points behind Kessel. It's not like Kessel was 10 points behind and he won it. Then I'd be like,
He
okay.
was.
But
Kessel was far ways ahead before the Stanley Cup Finals.
yeah, and Crosby showed up in the last.
Yeah.
Like, not they didn't show up before, but he.
Which is true.
What do you think for yours?
I mean, I agreed with the teams, Nashville, Pittsburgh. For the Preds, I'm going to say PK Subban.
Oh,
And I could see him pulling out some Duncan Keith-like abilities in the playoffs.
that's true. Duncan Keith did win Conn Smythe.
And I'm going to agree with you. Sidney Crosby winning 3, going 3 for 3 would be...
It'd be neat just as a hockey fan, but a lot of people would not be happy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Crosby haters out there, so.
Well, from the Jets, I'm gonna go with Wheeler, just because great leader. Like,
That would be my pick for Fire if they made it there too. He's going to be a key guy for their...
and then Tampa Bay probably. That's a tough one. I'd go with Victor Hedman.
Yeah,
That's a good pick too, yeah.
yeah, he plays both ends of the ice pretty good. So
He's a solid defenseman for sure. I mean, it depends on how Stamkos does too.
if he comes back or not, yeah.
Anyhow, I mean, that's been a pretty good playoff edition of the Gator Media Hockey Roundtable. We'll see what happens next week when we have all the games we played, and we'll see if any teams are ahead or behind. And hit us up on social media. All those links are in the description box below. And we'll see you guys all next week.